first of all, thank you for this movie. It's been so long, so thank you for that. One of the things that I wanted to know was what this edition of fourth movie, what did you feel that you wanted to add to the franchise that we haven't seen before?
Well, I think we wanted the Expendables 3. We didn't like how it ended, so we wanted to kind of re-energize it and make it. I don't think anyone involved in it. It wasn't as well received as we had hoped. And obviously because of the PG-13, we obviously made a little miscalculation there. So we wanted to right that wrong and give the fans what they wanted. I think the fans spoke, and they wanted a hard action adventure, escapism type entertainment movie, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to right that wrong, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's more about getting back to the roots of what Expendables, especially the first and the second one, were all about, and coming at the audience, like a freight train, but yet within all of that, keep the humor, keep the characters in there, keep the banter alive, and make all of the characters that have been the new characters that have been added organic to the story. Don't just bring in a well-known actor who's going to sit there like a bump on a log, but actually make it story driven, so that the actors who come in and the actors who have been cast can add an additional dimension to the story and go back to the early days of the first and second that were really character driven, and we really strive to do that on this one.
And what I love with this one, kind of all of them, the characters, the actors, they fit perfectly within that character. So can you talk about whether or not when kind of going through and developing this, were there particular actors in mind for those roles, or was it just per chance?
Well, the important thing is to get the script right first. You have to have the story. You can't have the actor fit the script. You have to have the script. And once we all agreed on the script, on the final draft, that's when we went to cast it. We thought long and hard about cast, but pretty much we got whoever we went after. We wanted people who, not so much marquee names, but with serious actors. Andy Garcia's a serious actor. You wouldn't necessarily see Andy in one of these action, adventure, escapism extravaganzas, but, he brings a lot of weight to this part. He brings a lot of gravitas. Megan, we needed a love interest for Jason who was strong. She couldn't be shrinking Violet. She couldn't be, the girlfriend that in the kitchen at home. Them days are over. We need someone that was strong. Everyone thinks Megan, and rightly so, that she's the sexy character, but there's also a level of toughness to her, that kind of, hope we kind of transcended on the screen. The chemistry between Megan and Jason was pretty powerful. Same with 50. 50 came in and stepped up as being one of the core Expendables. He's got a lot of star wattage, a lot of star power, a lot of gravitas, and he brings a, powerful, persona to the group. So, the cast, the new cast members, I think, kind of elevated and refreshed the core of what we had, and just kind of made this movie a little different from the last one, which is what we try and do with each one of these.
And kind of going off with the script, what would you say was the important themes? I know we have brotherhood, sisterhood, family within that, but what was more of the important themes that you really wanted to kind of put on display for this one?
Well, I think it's basically at the end of the day about, humanity and your relationship to other people, and what happens in the film and how they have to unite together. And even though they're mercenaries, they're mercenaries that you love. They do the right thing. They're not, out there just, doing bad things as mercenaries. Whatever they're doing has some kind of, moral code to it. And that's why I think the audience can root into the Expendables, because they're really kind of, a ragtag group that you can associate with and be behind.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to me, and thank you again for this movie. It's back to its true form.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome. Glad you liked it.
Thank you.